Richard, are you there?
Yeah, for some reason the audio isn't working on the computer.
Oh, that's really strange. Okay, Richard, well, not a problem. We got you on the line anyway. And
Okay.
you wanted to come on for a few minutes and just tell us about this retreat that you're doing. Do you want to,
Okay.
we have a few minutes there, so if you want to go ahead and just give it a plug and let people know what it's all about.
Okay, tell me when to start.
Go ahead.
Oh, we on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So anyway, what it's about is Ireland is being sold down the river by a bunch of politicians who are, for some reason, in bed with the EU. They see no future except as part of the EU and part of the Euro. They're all, let's say, wedded to the Titanic. And a large number of people in Ireland totally realize this and realize they're being ripped off, and we're being asked to pay the gambling debts of bondholders who were, it's just, it's a disaster. So what we want to do at the forum, we want to get a broad cross-section of people from around Ireland, all walks of life, and just sort of look at what really is the best way forward for Ireland if it was being governed sensibly.
And what kind of people are you looking to get
well,
down
all
there?
Kinds.
Just
all
kinds, yeah?
Now,
all different backgrounds.
Yeah. Now, we put out an announcement, and we're, explaining that we're going to be looking at the question, what is the best way forward for Ireland, and how can we make it happen? And we talk about, what's happening is blatantly unjust, et cetera, just like I was saying. So, obviously, the people that are going to respond to such an announcement are going to tend to be more on the left, more green, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is fine, but we certainly don't want all those kinds of people, Nobody wants another green agenda. I mean, there's the 20% or whatever that want that, but there's a lot of other people too. So we want to include, business people or professional people, whatever. And we still have, quite a few seats open. So I hope some people out there are hearing this.
Yeah, no, we have a very wide audience, all right. Now, give us some times and dates when this is happening.
Well, it's coming right up. It's the 9th to 11th of March. It starts on the Friday evening and goes through the early Sunday evening, late Sunday afternoon.
Okay, and the exact location?
It's at the Boghill Centre, which is in Kilfenora, which I think is like halfway between Ennis and Ballyvaughan, up there. And it's very secluded. If anybody comes on a train or a bus, we'll be picking them up. And the idea is just be isolated, and we can focus on our conversation. We'll be, sometimes we'll all be together. Other times we'll break up into groups. People want to talk about different things like economics or, trade or whatever.
Okay. And is it a cost to this?
Yeah, it's quite reasonable, actually. We're not making any profit on the thing, of course. And we're getting a discount from the facility. So basically, for 110 euros, that covers accommodation, all the meals, and the meals are good, and the forum itself. And we'll have some facilitators, and they're donating their time. So, a weekend away with everything included for 110 euros, it's pretty good.
Okay, and I suppose what you want to find is a common denominator, where I think you have someone. Do you have your computer on the background?
No.
So we get you a bit of an echo there. I think what you're probably trying to find there is a common denominator between everybody, because not everybody's going to agree with everything. So you have to find that common ground.
Well, yes, yeah, but the common ground is having a better Ireland. It's
Yeah.
It's not. So it's a matter of putting all of our different concerns and our different ideas together and different pieces of the puzzle,
Exactly. And what made you, in particular, decide that this had to be done? Is it just a case that you've just had enough of seeing what's going on?
Well, I've been living in Ireland for, about 18 years now. And the whole time I've really been writing and, wrote a book, published lots and lots of articles about the world situation and about, the direction globalization was going and the financial system, et cetera, et cetera. And, I mean, I knew this was going to happen many years ago. And And I was thinking of different ways people could respond to the situation. I kept thinking in terms of community empowerment,
Okay.
But now that this came along, it's like Ireland is a community. I mean, it is. I mean, the number of people in Ireland is less than the number of people, say, in East Los Angeles.
I know.
You know what I mean? And the culture is so much more cohesive here. Even in, say, Los Angeles,
and how
not
long
to mention the United States. So it's like the cohesiveness of the culture really makes this a big community. And it's possible for us to get together just like you would in a community and figure out what we want.
And how long
and
have
we,
you
we
been...
just want to be the seed for that.
And have you been living here long, Richard?
Yeah.
How many years?
Well, go ahead.
Yeah, how many years have you been living in Ireland?
About 18.
Okay, so you're well climatized and well adjusted anyway.
Oh, yeah. I go back to the States and it seems like a strange place.
Yeah. well, listen, Richard, I did say to you that maybe what we do is down the line we'll get you on for an interview and we do a full interview on your background and what you know and stuff like that. And obviously, what you're planning to do and what you'd like to do. And we'll get the information out there. We are limited for time, obviously, but... obviously, you wanted to make the announcement about the retreat that's happening. So if anybody's interested, is there a website that they can go to check this out?
Yeah, what is it? The News Beacon Ireland.
Okay, News Beacon Ireland.
News Beacon Ireland. I mean, if you just Google that, there can't be very many of them.
Okay.
And then when you get to that website, then there's a little menu at the top as always, and go to the one that says important announcement, and it tells everything about it. And then also on the website, there's also a few articles I wrote recently.
Right. Okay. Well, that's fantastic. Well, listen, I'm sorry that we only have a few minutes for you, Richard, but we will plan something further down the line. But thanks again for coming on and doing the announcement. Anyway, that's much appreciated.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate the opportunity.
That's okay. We'll get more into detail, as I say. We'll try and organise something, and we'll get more into detail, and we'll sort something out. Just stay with us there for a minute, Richard. We're going to pop over to a bit of music and be back after this.
We just want to promote that website again that our last guest was referring to. It's news-beacon-ireland.info, and you can get all the information in relation to the little retreat and that's going on. That's happening in March.
Fantastic. Well, that was fantastic information.